Hello, Wastelanders, and welcome to the Naked Death Tunnel Challenge. That's right, a challenge with 3 juicy parts that I will outline for you. Part 1, the obvious part, the naked part. Our character here from our Survival Noob series that you might be familiar with from other videos will be wearing nothing. No apparel, no armor. Let me show you. Yes, I include lots of aid in her inventory. She's going to need it down there in that death tunnel, so I just left it in there. But as far as apparel goes, she won't be wearing anything. Unfortunately, I couldn't unload the Silver Shroud costume and hat, their quest items, but she won't be equipping them. And we up the ante a little bit more with the second sexy part of this challenge, that we're going to start with just one weapon. I have picked the Never-Ending Advance 44 pistol, just so I don't have to reload. It's got lots of knockdown power. I get to use anything else I find down there. And sexy, sizzling part number 3, we are replacing the ghouls in the death tunnel, all 1,800 of them, with other stuff, thanks to the SLK ghoul replacement mod. Last time I did the death tunnel run, we got lots of DLC raiders, so I'm just turning those off. Gunnars, super mutants, synths. And now it's time to bid our companion adieu. Any last words, McCready?
I think you're making a huge mistake, but hey, it's your funeral.
Wow, accurate. By the way, I turned off the less junky perks mod, so if it annoyed you to hear the idiot savant proccing non-stop, well then that's not going to happen anymore. Plus my sneak was way overpowered, so we're going to see how hard this is without it. What do we run into for our first group? Super mutants. Hey, these big brutes are kind of simple, right? How tough can this be? The only question is how to start this off. How about we just start it off? Get their attention with some frag grenades, right? Come and bring it, boys. We've got ourselves a 44. Uh-oh. Seem to be taking them out with quite the speed I was hoping for. In fact, this is starting to look... This is starting to look bad. We've already got nerd rage kicking in. Oh, crap. I missed that overpowered sneak. We are hardly slowing them down with this 44. You know, I thought this was going to be a bigger deal. I really thought this gun was going to be knocking them out with some headshots, but I'm probably just not that good in the heat of the action, right? Oh! Well, that didn't end well, and it didn't take long. I think I had the right idea. Get their attention, bring them to me, have them funneling through a choke point like the hot gates, you know, when the 300 at Sparta held off the Persians. They fought naked. It must be a sound strategy, right? So that's what we're going to do. And we're off to a pretty good start. Or are we? Uh-oh. Okay. Well, the super sledge is really doing some damage. I got broken limbs. My health is way down. Nerd rage, don't fail me now. Can we get out of this bus alive? I don't feel like dying again. Stim pack barely keeps us together, but now we are out of danger for a second. We are recovering, and they're coming to us. Hopefully we can play this little game of peekaboo, and it plays to our interest. Good. 1 shot, 1 kill. This is what I want. In fact, this is what I need. I've only got 92 rounds left. That is starting to look like not enough. Oh yeah, that is definitely not enough. How many shots was that? God, I'm gonna need more bullets. Like so many more bullets. Only giving myself 100 was a pretty macho move. I think I might have overflexed a bit. So, scavenge. Where's the next guy? Here he is. Miniguns and headshots, thank goodness. Grab that minigun. Yes, please. Get us some more weapons to use. And now, it's time for a little game of peekaboo. Yes, this is working. Oh, no it's not. And after a bunch more deaths like that, I feel like it's time to reassess. So here in this initial area of the death tunnel where some supplies are waiting for us, I take another look and decide maybe the mines will help me out. There are a bunch of mines laying around. Why haven't I been using them? Feels like I've been looking a gift horse in the mouth, so we grab the mines. We stay sneaky this time, and we start throwing mines around. How are these guys going to like it when they start charging us through a minefield? Maybe this can slow them down enough to funnel them a little more, I don't know, one at a time at me. Of course, I can't stick around, which means my only strategy is to chuck these mines and then get their attention, have them run through my little minefield, but far enough behind me that I don't get hit by any of these mines myself. You know what I mean? Okay, we have laid the groundwork. Let's just see how my new strategy pays off. Let's chuck some grenades. Let's get their attention. Come and get me, boys. See how you like it. What, did I just throw a grenade in my own direction? Oh boy. Well, that hurt a little bit, but I'm still on my feet, so I'm not giving up on this run yet. Here we go. Come at me, guys. I mean, we should see these things blow up any time now, am I right? Yeah, here they come. That's my signal. I know they're going to be coming through the door now, don't I? Okay. Headshot. Nice. Uh-oh. Wow, these guys just keep coming. You know, Dirty Harry bragged about his 44, but I don't know. I guess I'm used to raiders. Jeez, these super mutants, they really are kind of tough. I don't know. I've been underestimating them greatly. Of course, I did download the More Dangerous Commonwealth mod that added different levels to, you know, mutants, gunners, raiders, everybody. And some of those levels are pretty deadly, up-armored, you know, just up-leveled. But maybe that'll make better scrounging, right? And so far, this is working out. Yes, yes, yes. Grab everything I can. Keep this pain train moving. If only I had pain train, right? But no power armor on this run. So, where are they at? Did they lose track of me? Oh, there's a missile launcher guy. I just realized that that is probably not good. Ooh. Trying to come at him before he can really be ready. Can I take the missile launcher guy out? Thank God this gun doesn't need to reload. Keep hitting him. Yes. Okay. We still have a chance. This run still has a chance. Get out of this doorway. Keep them coming to us. Hey, are you starting to feel optimistic yet? I am. Throw a mine out, right? What do you got, guys? Ooh. Wow, that hurt me. Uh-oh, and so did that. Come on, hug the wall, hug the wall. Keep them coming at me. That's right, buddy. If I can just blow your arm off or something so you can't use that minigun, then maybe we'll make it through this together. Hallelujah! So far, so good. Let's grab that. I could use another weapon. I need... Uh-oh. That doorway is full of them. Okay, but that means the plan's working. These guys are a little too big to come out this doorway all at once. Especially with some bodies piled in their way. Hey, this is going to work for me, and I do not mind exploiting a little bit of, you know, pathing difficulty on their part. I really don't. Just keep the bullets coming. Uh-oh. Watch my health, watch my health, watch my ammo. We are low on ammo, by the way, but we have reloaded. We are coming back for more. These guys do seem to be having a hard time coming out the door at me. Gives me a little breathing room here. God, I'm happy about that. This challenge could have been completely derailed if... Uh-oh, missile launcher, missile launcher. And he switches tactics to the board. I mean, way to go, buddy. Only takes one of those missile launcher guys to finish me off, probably in the right proximity. But let's see if I can just fill this doorway with enough dead bodies that they just can't walk past me, right? Or up to me. How's this working? I'm loving it. Yes, 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 yes. Step up, boys. Step up, one and all. I've got bullets for all of you. Actually, I probably don't. In fact, I'm definitely running low now. Okay. Throw all the explosives you want, guys. Neener, neener. Uh-oh, here comes somebody. Headshot, please. Oh my gosh, what a bullet sponge. I am out of ammo, and I don't think I even realized it right away. Oh, no. No, 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 no. No, this is a nightmare. Okay. Ah, and it was going so well. Jeez. Okay, I hope you will forgive me for what I think we can all agree is a much-needed course correction. That's right, the 44 is out. I've picked a new single weapon to go in with. It's the explosive advanced 10mm pistol. I have a 10mm is kind of a meager little gun, but with this legendary proc, I'm feeling confident we'll be able to do some crowd control. Just watch me strut into this place like a boss, ready to take these guys out. Okay, here we go. We got some bodies on the floor. The pistol's working. But then we come to moments like this, where I've unloaded an entire clip at one guy. I'm trying to use headshots and everything, and all I seem to be doing is disorienting him a little bit. That's a bad sign. Oh, and then, you know, all it takes is one missile launcher guy to step into that doorway, and I'm done. So, this is a difficult run. But then, we get moments like this, with this humble 10mm. The explosive legendary effect is just so powerful sometimes. You gotta watch out, in survival especially. You can blow yourself up so easy, but the crowd control this little gun is capable of. I'm very impressed. When they get packed up there, I can just fire through that doorway. It's such an easy gun to use. I mean, it fires well. There's almost no kickback. And then these guys get stunned. They get injured. I can just like do that area of effect damage and be hurting multiples of them crowded up there with every shot, which is good because as you can see, I am running through the ammo pretty quick. Quick enough to start filling this doorway up with bodies. I mean, I get it so full that they start to just despawn after a while, but at least it keeps them from usually being able to come out this door at me one at a time. I decided that's not actually what I want. One at a time is a waste of ammo. I need them crowded up there so that... Uh-oh. Yeah, well, I got what I asked for, didn't I? Reload, reload. Come on, watch the magic. Watch the magic. Injuries, injuries. That's right. Step up, boys. Step up to the killing floor, fellas. In fact, I'm surprised they're even, able to come that far into the doorway with these bodies. But, and they are, though. See, this is why I'd rather they stay crowded in there. Okay. Okay. That's right, fellas. Don't you love this? I am finally feeling optimistic. This run might work if I can get past this phase. If I can just keep them crowded in choke points with this gun, I should be able to loot some other decent weapons off of them for the next round, for the next cell, and whichever enemies are waiting for me there. And the second we level up, we grab the next perk because we need every edge we can get. Let's just interrupt this guy. Let's just pick toughness, 20 more damage resistance. I'll take it. Back to the action. The key is just to keep them bunched in that doorway. If I can just do enough damage by crowding them all together in the door like this, maybe eventually they will actually run out of bodies to throw at me. It is fun. It is fun watching the critical strikes and the explosions and just the sheer carnage that I'm wreaking on these guys. Oh no! So that pistol was the right idea, and I was tired of dying, so I left the tunnel yet again and came back with an explosive shotgun. That's right, I have one of those too, right? One of the OP legendaries. I've got some shells, and I came back with that as my only weapon, and let me tell you, the damage is glorious. I don't even have my explosives expert perk all the way cranked up, and this thing is brutal. Oh man, it's everything I could want, especially through this doorway as crowd control. The amount of area of effect damage is just devastating. This gun gives this run its best chance yet. And in fact, I love that when I hit them with explosions, it blows out their legs, they hit the ground, and then they look at me for that last shot right in their face. It's so satisfying. I'm sorry, it just kind of is. And as you can see, they're kind of scared to come at me. That's right. There aren't too many of them left. In fact, I am finally back up into this bus where it all started. That's right. That's right. I have thinned their numbers out to the point where I can come out here because there aren't enough of them to overwhelm me. See? We're getting traction. Even the missile launcher guys can't come at me. This gun is beautiful. If you ever get an explosive shotgun, do not underestimate it. When I first saw this drop, I thought, oh, okay, it adds a little damage. No, every single projectile of the gun adds damage. It is like black magic. I can't wait to level up the explosives proc. The one danger, of course, is that in tight quarters, I will kill myself. If I fire this gun at somebody a foot away from me, I'm gonna die. They probably will too, but I definitely will. Okay, so we've moved deeper into the tunnel. Finally, I spared you all the looting I did, but let's just be honest. This shotgun is still the best weapon for me right now, and I'm just trying to finish clearing out this cell. A few super mutants just kind of loitering in, side rooms and antechambers as we move forward. God, I'm feeling like a badass right now, though. Finally cleared that initial stage of super mutants, and it was literally hundreds of them. Now for phase 2, we have ourselves a quad-barreled missile launcher. Let's just use some of these heavy missile, rounds. Get them out of my inventory because it's very hard to carry very much. I think I have like a 300-pound carry weight when I'm naked, and that's rough. That's rough. All right, back to the shotgun. Not taking any chances, like who likes dying? Not me. And now we have a minigun we picked up, an advanced minigun that is just going to be tons of fun to unload on these guys. I don't know why, but miniguns are just so satisfying. I know they get a little bit overpowered, you know, like outpowered by the end game, but man, I do like using them. And I have a mod that allows for like advanced receivers on them that kind of helps them out a bit. So we're getting good at this, you know, duck and weave thing. Come at me, boys. Come at me. What do you got? This naked challenge is all about finding the little narrow places to funnel these guys at you. I could not wander into a crowd of these guys and live for more than a couple seconds. Again, this shotgun is a miracle. If you ever get one of these explosive shotguns, do not underestimate its abilities. It is saving this run single-handedly. I do wish this was one of the tri-barrel high-power miniguns because my accuracy would be a lot better. You can see I'm trying to get these guys from all the way across this little chamber, and this high-speed minigun, oof, it doesn't pinpoint. You can see the shots just all over the place. I'm hitting the cave walls, and it's like every third or fourth shot is actually hitting who I'm aiming at. So I probably ought to switch guns instead of just burning down through this ammunition. But I do stick with the minigun for a few more kills before I decide it's time to start using some fusion ammo, right? Because I've picked up a bunch of it, and I did pick up an okay laser rifle from one of these mutants. Now and then they drop something that's all right. So I'm just going to try to use the laser rifle for a little bit more precision work. So much of the time, I just need bullets in the air. I just need to knock them out before they knock me out. I can't fart around with sniping shots and, you know, trying to pick them off as they come to me because most of the time they're going to get all the way to me before a slow-firing sniper-type gun does its job. So now we're just in the middle of a minigun battle. Right? You and me, buddy. Mano a mano. Oh, no, actually you and a couple of your friends. But this is starting to feel a little foolhardy, so we're going to switch back to the explosive shotgun to finish these guys off. And it's still our best weapon, by far, in 99% of the situations, except around a blind corner, when someone's right next to you, like this, and you almost kill yourself and blow your own arms off with the explosion. So that one almost got us. We really do have to watch out for moments like this. Now, we've backed up a bit. I think we're going to survive okay as more guys come through this doorway, but just a word to the wise, using an explosive weapon in narrow tunnels around sharp corners is a pretty dicey proposition when you're not wearing any armor. Who's ready for a change of pace? I know I am. So as we head through this door and into a new cell, we're going to see what kind of enemies we have, and it's Gunnars. So many Gunnars. This is the death tunnel, like, in its purest form. It is literally a hallway of death full of advanced level Gunnars. Let me tell you, the more dangerous Commonwealth mod that I downloaded turned the Gunnars into absolute beasts. Which means that, you know, my Sim Settlements playthrough that this character is also a part of is going to be a little bit of a tough one. Gunnar Assassins, Gunnar Generals, Gunnar Special Ops, you'll see them all. They're wearing some new armor. New heavy gunner armor and stuff like that, and of course I won't get to use any of that, but right now I have to keep them at a distance. This shotgun is all that's going to save me. I just need to aim it down this hallway and hit them before they can hit me, because believe me, if they get to me, they will hurt me. They might have a lower health pool than the super mutants I was just fighting, but offensively they have all the toys, and they are coming after me in power armor. They're coming after me with Gauss rifles, miniguns, just basically anything you can imagine. Which means the looting is going to be really fun. I mean, when we finally get down there and start wading through the piles of bodies, that's going to be a blast. All I have to do is just keep my eye on the prize and make sure that some of these stealth Boyd assassins and enemies don't get all the way up this ramp to me before I see them, because this explosive shotgun will literally blow up in my face if they get anywhere near me. Now, maybe watching me aim down this hallway and shoot with this explosive shotgun is getting a little monotonous for you, but good, because guess who has to deal with it even more? Me. It is a monotonous thing. There are literally hundreds of Gunnars in this hallway, and it is crazy. They're still coming, and they probably won't stop for a while. I mean, there could be minutes and minutes of just this wave of enemy attacks and me just shooting away with this shotgun, because it's kind of my only way to keep them at bay. Now, at some point when I thin them down enough, I'm gonna grab a minigun or something with a little more range, and I'm gonna walk down this ramp and see who's left. Yeah, this looks like a good time. There are still plenty of them. They must be making their way to me. But time for us to chew through a new kind of ammo. Oh, I do love it. I do have fun. And they're coming. Ooh boy, maybe this minigun can't keep up. Look at the way they're charging me. Holy cow. Was that an entire 500 round load? God, that high-speed minigun really goes through it. Of course, if they're in range, it's totally worth it. But we're back to the shotgun. We have to be. They've got me on the defensive. You know, I apologize for not being the most aggressive player the world has ever seen here, but redos suck, and I have literally poured hours into this playthrough for you. Hours of death, hours of redos, hours of blowing things up. We're going to take another demolition expert perk, by the way, since we've leveled, because, you know, a little more damage from our explosive weapons is so nice. That said, we're down here with the minigun. We're doing some looting. Let me show you some of the highlights. A mighty Gauss rifle. Yes, please. That could come in handy, couldn't it? And then enraging baseball bat. All right. I mean, at least we have a melee weapon now. Of course, we're picking up really good ammo loot. And now it's time to head on through to the new phase of Gunnars. Another round against these really tough enemies. And I'm going to be relying on the only strategy that works in a naked playthrough. Get them to a choke point, because I can't stand out here in the open. I'm going to risk it a little bit, but already that did not work out. Do you see how the second I stood out there for a minute, I was done? We've got to go with the old standby. Get their attention, then retreat through a choke point. That's all we can do. This mist makes this a little trickier. Okay, one shot. That's all I can afford, and then I got to back up. Now let's keep track. Gunner Assassin, invisible. Gunner Assassin, invisible. Let's see who else is coming through the door. All these gunners have such cool, like, designations now. Legendary Gunner, also invisible. Taking that guy out. Gunner Assassin, invisible. These invisible guys are so dangerous. Gunner Generals in power armor. Gunner General in power armor. Gunner Assassin again. Getting close to me, too, that one was. Alright, reload. Oh, these gunners are actually really formidable enemies, and I do love these new hierarchies. Gunner Heavy. He's coming at me with the minigun. Nice, I hope one of them drops a really good one for me. Another Gunner Assassin must have been close because, yeah, hurt myself. See, they make this shotgun a liability, those assassins, if they get close to me. Gunner Generals, again, and you can see all these explosive shotgun shells going down range. Just a brutal, effective weapon. Uh-oh, they're throwing grenades up behind me. Man, Nerd Rage is proccing again. This is a dangerous encounter. Another Gunner Heavy. Oh boy. Every second is a liability. My nerves are like on edge. Okay, at least the healing's kind of creeping back up. Who's coming through that door? I thought somebody was sneaking through. Alright, another Gunner General. Uh-oh, and it's time for a reload. Always a little scary. Just keep the explosions going down range, right, everybody? Right? Okay. Okay, Gunner General. I have to get aggressive. I have to start shooting before they can hit me. That's what a naked playthrough is like when the enemies are this powerful. Okay, more Gunner Generals. More power armor to try and take out. Oh, thank God these explosive shells do so much AoE damage. I would be getting completely overrun by these guys. Even though they have to filter through one narrow doorway, they would still completely overpower me. Alright, I love seeing them go down in one hit, but the Gunner Generals with all that power armor, they do not go down in one hit. Special Ops, Gunner Privates, Legendary Gunners, I mean, just everybody's coming at me. Alright, this Spec Ops guy, I guess, I must have just wounded him. Okay. Well, I mean, they're starting to slow down, but again, an entire cell gets triggered, so I'm thinking we've got a ways to go before the Gunners are actually done coming at us. Alright, uh-oh, Special Ops. Wow, she took a beating. Gunner Heavies. Gunner Generals. I love the variety. I do. The more dangerous Commonwealth mod was so worth downloading. It makes the Gunners a much more interesting faction to go up against. And Demolition Expert, of course we're taking another one of those perks. As dangerous as it is when we're using it close up, I need that extra stopping power. Okay. What do you think, folks? Are we going to make it? Our strategy so far is working pretty well. This doorway is really helpful. Really helpful to be able to stand this far back and know exactly who's coming through. And they can only force themselves through at so fast. More Gunner Generals. I hope these bodies don't completely despawn by the time I get up there to try and loot them, but it is just so dangerous to get up there before, you know, the time is right. These are a very dangerous enemy. Okay. Still, at least I've got enough breathing room for a reload before they come at me with the next wave. And yes, we are moving on. One last guy to mop up. Do they drop anything good? Well, yeah, I mean, they drop all kinds of good stuff. We got a few left to take out here. Using a stealth boy was helpful. They drop so many stealth boys. I'm rocking like 8 stealth boys right now, so it was pretty easy to use them. I'm a little surprised this gun being fired basically under the water didn't come back and hit me. But look at that, we wiped out those gunners and we are walking down this hallway like a boss. Who can stop us? Even in our underwear, we cannot be stopped. Alright, next room. Who are we up against here? It looks like more gunners. Hey, that's okay. They drop really great stuff. Great ammo. I mean, if I could use all that armor they wear, that'd be even better, but that's not this challenge. Oh! And I'm an idiot who fires explosive shotgun rounds right into the wall next to me, so that happened. Let's try that again. Okay, getting their attention. Oh, wow, I never learn. I never learn. Hopefully we've got time to recover. And we are stuck in a pretty bad spot. Actually, we're right next to some radioactive, you know, waste. There's the constant rad ticking. It's a good thing I've just been sucking down, you know, Rad-X. Okay, boys, you're coming through this wall, but they are so close. A Gunner Brigadier. Cool classification, but I think they're going to kill me because they're invisible, and I fired a shotgun blast right into them. Look at that. This is a tough spot. This is 2 deaths in a pretty quick succession, and I am editing out so many more. Let's just try and get a successful run through. Ooh, we did some damage there. Right, we poked the bear, though. They will be coming through at us. This shotgun is the bomb. Very literally and figuratively. So if we can just kind of keep them, you know, hemmed in at this door, if I can just anticipate when they're about to step through and hit them with this explosive damage, we will make it through this eventually. Now, there were points at this part against these gunners where they were throwing explosives outside the wall that were still, like, making the bodies inside this room jump up, and now and then they would manage through their explosions to bounce a body up in front of my shotgun blast, and I would kill myself as a corpse flew through the air right in front of a shot. You're getting the thinned down version. There were hours of this, so if you think this is an easy playthrough, heck no. I had to go so many times, and some of it came down to luck. Just was I unfortunate enough to have an explosion bounce the room in front of my shots or not? It killed me so many times. I know I'm going on and on about it, but it was a whole thing. Alright, Gunner Special Ops. Unfortunately, they are so close to me as they come through that door, and I'm as far away from them as I can get. If they get even a few steps into the room before I take them out, I become my own worst enemy. My own explosive damage becomes the thing that will kill me. Oof, okay. The bodies are piling up, am I right? Resolute combat rifle. I mean, of course, there's lots of legendary enemies here, and they are dropping some fun stuff, at least some of the time. Okay. We are continuing on. The bodies pile up. This floor is starting to get kind of deep. I mean, they're going to have a hard time wading through them. There must have been 3 or 4 times when I died that the room was at least this full of corpses, though. Hey, that's a nice minigun. There we go, one of the tri-barrel high-power ones. I want one of those. They just got better precision, and they go through the ammo a little slower, which is actually nice, since I can't carry unlimited ammunition, right? Okay, knocking them down. All right, and we managed to peek out this door because I think I've thinned them down pretty far. And as we level up again, I know what you're thinking. I'm going to take the explosive expert, but I'm not heavy gunner. Why? Because I want this new M245 revolver to do a little more damage for me. We picked up a staggering legendary one, and they are so fun. They shoot a 30 caliber armor piercing round that just devastates power armor. And right now it is my best sniper weapon. So it's got a silencer on it, which nothing else I have on me has a silencer. So this is my sneakiest weapon right now. I'm really eager to use it. Let's just see how much play we can get with this thing. Watch. Boom. Did you see how it took that gunner general down health-wise? But we have to retreat because we ticked off a whole room full of those guys. You know how dangerous they are. It's back to the old standby, the explosive shotgun, as we have an entire army's worth of gunners coming through the door at us yet again. As long as we can just stay alive, I think we've almost got this group cleared. So cross your fingers with me. We really, really don't want to have to redo this entire crazy, fight. I mean, I have been going through hundreds and hundreds of gunners multiple times, and it's just an absolute nail biter every time. But let's see. One guy in power armor out there. I'm getting better at shooting through doorways with this shotgun, wouldn't you say? And now we've got a few people left to mop up. We're going to use our cool revolver. I love this thing. Bang! Yes, please. Headshots are nice. Aren't those gunner heavies looking cool in that new armor? I love it. I love the variety. All right, now we've got a stealth boy on. We're using our shotgun to clear this room. Oh, and it's a good thing too. You can't blame me. I mean, some of you might be thinking to yourself, I'd like to see like more variety, but I'm sorry. Variety is deadly. If I give these guys an inch, they will take me out again and again. And I have already sunk what feels like days of my life into this fight so far. As you can see, even with the explosive shotgun, I still was taking such hits that I have to retreat back through like 2 different choke points just to feel safe again. And they are coming after me. Okay. Yeah, this was what the playthrough was like, folks. This is the grim and dirty reality of it. Now, there's a gunner assassin coming at me. I'm really glad I switched to the minigun, because when they're invisible and they're right in front of me, I will blow myself up with that shotgun. But at least this minigun doesn't have that problem. Okay. And yeah, I did manage to pick up one of the tri-barrel miniguns. This is a more precise weapon, thankfully. I'll be able to get a little bit more distance, a little more precision, just a little more effectiveness out of each one of these 5mm rounds. You can see it, right? I mean, that's fun, right? Oh boy. I'm not the only one with a minigun, though. I mean, you know who dropped this powerful tri-barrel advanced minigun. It was another gunner, because a lot of them are packing nice miniguns. We saw the super mutants packing miniguns, but most of them were, not as fancy. The super mutants, they use kind of basic weapons. Okay, though. We have whittled them down. We're reloading. We are still alive. We have been fighting waves and waves of elite troops in full armor with high-level weapons, and we are in our underwear. I'm proud of us. I am proud of us. And man, I do like the high-power miniguns. These tri-barrels are just so much nicer for actually making the shots count. And I have started using stealth boys. Never before have I made any use of stealth boys. I just haven't felt like I needed them. But in this playthrough, I need them. I mean, every once in a while I need that edge. I just need to not get seen as easily or as fast. Okay, and check us out. Look how far we've made it. I used to think this was the end of the death tunnel, because I couldn't see how you could keep going. There's just this huge hole in the ground that drops way, way down into seeming nothingness and death. Well, it is the death tunnel, so I just realized on this playthrough that that's exactly where you have to go, is down there. It's a definite point of no return. There is no getting back up to this spot, but that's what this playthrough is about. We're going to forge ahead, and I'm just going to cross my fingers and pray that I don't manage to lock myself into some kind of bad situation and not be able to ever get out of this death tunnel again. So here we are, down where it looks like we're up against raiders. How interesting. I thought I turned the raiders off on the feral replacement mod, but it seems to have just decided to turn them on for itself. And they're not going to be easy, because the raiders in the more dangerous Commonwealth mod also get a whole bunch of new levels. Legendary raiders, okay, well, you're used to those, but you're going to see raider war chiefs, and let's see here, raider boomers. There's another legendary raider. Wow, I'm taking hits. A raider psycho. Ooh, this is looking bad. This is looking bad. And now that I'm down here, I can see there are tunnels coming from every direction. I don't want to get stuck like that again. Instead, I want to be death from above. Check me out. Looking like the devil herself in white panties. I love it. Taking shots from up here is the closest thing I'm going to get to a choke point. Now, this is kind of fun. Throwing frag mines down like grenades into the enemies below, it turned into a really fun game for me, because you throw down a mine, they run out, the mine blows up. You know, normally I don't get a lot of play with mines. I just don't typically have, you know, a really great way to use them. But they were worth carrying around just for this one moment. And now I'm using my M245 revolver again, having a lot of satisfying fun taking, you know, sniping shots of enemies with this thing. Now, ammo-wise, I don't have a ton, but this is the time to use this gun, so I'm just going to use it while it's having its moment, because rarely am I going to get to snipe, especially once I get down there on the ground and I got 5 different entrances to watch. It will not be time to use a sniping gun, so I'm just having fun with it for the moment. That's right, thinning them down. In fact, that's my main strategy here. Just shoot them from up here until they quit coming out of every hole in the place, and then I'll have to go down there and I'll just have to like do what I gotta do against all of them. And what you just saw was one of the more dangerous raider varieties, a raider boomer. When they die, they blow up like a grenade, and as you know, in the naked challenge, that could really be a problem for me. So I'm trying to take as many of those out from up here as I can. And then the devil's in her tighty whities, and she's coming for you, raiders. So the strategy here is to get these barrels spinning and just charge up one of these halls. I'm just going to pick one of these entrances and run up it with the barrels going in the hopes that I can move forward faster than the raiders coming from the tunnels behind me can catch me. So I'm going to push, push, push. I really hope this works. It's kind of all I got. Okay, legendary raiders soaking up bullets. That's not great, and my health is starting to drop, but so far we are moving forward. Oh, I'm liking this, but oh, we are almost... Never mind about almost. We are dead. These raiders are tough. They're a tough bunch. Okay, so we're back to doing our best Batman impressions, sitting here looking down on Gotham City. I do the usual snipe from above thing. I'm going to spare you all the details. It was a lot of fun, I'll admit, both times around. But now that we've got the bodies littering the floor, we're back down here with the minigun, and we're trying this aggressive route again. Picked a new tunnel, and it's time to just start wailing these guys down. Just keep the minigun going, overwhelm them to just sheer firepower. I want them disoriented. I would love them to get just kind of crowded into one spot in front of each other in a hallway like this where they can't really shoot past each other and I can just take them out one at a time. This is actually working pretty well, but my health is super low. I don't want to die yet. Come on, Nerd Rage, save me. We need a stim pack, and the stim pack gets in the clutch. Looks like a raider boomer just exploded. God, those guys are dangerous. And let's get those barrels spinning again. Yes, start sending rounds. Love watching it in slow motion. Come on, deal it out. Oh boy, we're getting low on ammo though. Sheesh. Come on, reload. Melee attacks while I'm trying to get the barrels to spin up. You know how this goes. And yeah, I'm a little too lazy to do a bash, so here we go. That worked though. We're through it. Come on. Come on, ammo is pumping out. Okay, not again. Another one of these raider cutthroats. Oh no, oh. Alright folks, it's time for a come to Jesus meeting here. This may be as far as the Naked Death Tunnel challenge can go, but I promise we will return for some revenge at a future date. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the content. Please like and subscribe if you've liked it, because I will keep making it, and I can't wait to see you in the next one.